Right, what is that, everyone? Yeah, it is that time again. It is story time. Right, so I'm walking around. I got from just sitting down, so you might hear a little difference in audio and background and all that, but this one's a three-part series, right? And it's a belter. It's called Late Night Logging, right? And, you know, just get on it. It's a belter. It's got mad twists and all that as well. My mate last night was just going on at me, going on at me. I hadn't seen him for ages, going on at me. He's like trying to lead me, and all. He's doing all mad things. And I just said to him, I said, lad, who do you think you're talking to? He's like, oh, watch Ghost Stories. I said, lad, I'm a narrator, lad. I said, I'll absolutely ruin you, lad. And he's going, lad, everyone's like proper parasailing to you nowadays, lad. No one says nothing to you, lad. And, you know, you can't take a joke. I'm like, lad, I can take a joke. He's like, yeah, I'll take that then. And sends me a picture. Right, so I said, I looked at this picture, and I don't know how to say this, right, but here's what he's done. He took a picture of me without me knowing, right, and he's cut my face off it, and he's put my face on this, like, let's just say, male model, right, and the male model has got, let's just say, 4 of the male models around him in the neck, putting the things at him, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, lad, I'm saying to him, where's that going? He's like, lad, I'm going to send it everywhere. I said, lad, if you send that anywhere, I said, lad, I'll laugh. I said, but lad, I'll proper get you bad. He's going, what? He said, I said, lad, I'll make stories up, I'll make sure, I'll do everything. I said, lad, I will go all out on you. Rapid response. And he's like, oh, lad, whatever. He went, whatever. So I'm like, all right, sounds. So next thing, he just press send and send it to a group what I'm in. Now this group I'm in, it's like a personal group. Everyone's just like, and I'm just looking at thinking, oh, lad, you know, this kid, he can speak freely, and I speak freely because we've known each other for years, right? But here's what's happened, lads. You've just made a massive mistake, yeah? So here's a 2-part bonus story. This one now, at 6 o'clock in the morning now, this one will be up by 7 in the morning, and the next one's going to be 7 o'clock tonight, and then tonight's 31 Days of Crime, that'll be up at some point after that, do you know what I mean? Because I'm going on holiday, like I said, but I'm going to try and keep up. I'm not taking a phone with me, I'm taking a laptop with me, so if it's got Wi-Fi and it sounds secure, then I'll be able to do what I'm doing, do you know what I mean? So let's just get into this one now. Now, know what, lad, right? Lad, you are proper cheeky. I told you to wave a white flag, and you didn't. So this is what you get, right? Now, this is me mate. My mate's called Steve. That's a real name as well. So I'm out with the lads, right? We're in town all that, vibing, just off me, barn and flying. He goes to me, come to this bar, lads. I said before, he went, I want to meet one of my mates. I'm like, who's your mate? He's like, such. I'm like, oh, I said, you still go with him? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no way. He said, there's such still go with him. Now, such and what about? He's my mate, he's called Steve. And we used to go to school together, so I haven't seen him for years, you know, I've done bits with him, blah, blah, blah. Used to be in my school alone, that's all I've known since I was a kid, so we mate's going, yeah, lad, yeah. I said, is he out? He's like, yeah. He said, shut up. He's like, I'm like, come on, let's go. So I phone him, so we phone him as we're walking from one bar to the other. He's like, lad, is Steve there? He's like, yeah. I said, put him on the phone, so he gets on the phone. I'm like, what is happening? He's going, lad, is that you? And he's like, lad, no way, what's happening? I'm like, lad, what is happening? What's happening? He's just like, no way, he's like, lad, I'll be down. I'm like, come on, Chad. So we goes to this bar, and then about 7 minutes later, these kids come in, and it's just proper boss. I'm like, well, Steve's like me mate. He's like one of the longest people I've known who are like not me family, do you know what I mean? Like, just since we were kids and that, but we're not like actively mates, but you know, it's just what is happening, lad, you know, it's just like, you know, we're on each other, we've known each other for years and this, that. So we talk to each other a little bit different than how my mates would expect someone to talk to me, or how his mates would expect someone to talk to him. So I'm like, lad, you are a proper mushroom, and like, his mates are like looking, but he's just accepted, and he's going to me, shut up, lad, you're a tit, you. And I'm like, lad, he's going, lad, you are a proper, you know, just like leathering me. But I'm just laughing, taking it, right? Because like we go back, right? So it's a little bit heavier than what, if you've only just like met me or you've only been with me for, you'd expect. So because he's been off the scene for a bit, like my mates are looking at me, and one of my mates says to me, lad, I've never heard no one talk to you like that. I'm like, nah, lad. I said, listen to me. I said, lad, he is my proper mate. I said, lad, he's one of them mates who can just say what he wants. You just know he means no harm. Do you know what I mean? He's a funny kid. So I'm just like, shut up, lad. So I'm letting him, and I said, shut up, lad. I said, what's happened to you? Yeah, what? I said, I'm looking like a fucking Blagged version of George Best, right, just off his banner in a string vest. And he's just like, lad, and his mates are looking, like, no one knows how to take it, because we're just sitting opposite each other, and we're just letting each other, but no one, like, knows how to take it, but they're not edgy or like that, but they're just, like, looking at each other, as if to say, wow, what's happening here? Who's he? What's happening here? So, anyway, cut long story short, we go outside, like, lad, what's happening? He goes, yeah, lad. I said, what have you been up to? He said, it's still your bed. He's like, nah. He went, lad, I like that. I went, why? He went, lad, big in the game, aren't I? So I just started laughing. I said, lad, you got a limo graft? He's like, listen to me, lad, a proper smash day, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, it's like, lad, I'm made up for it, because I am genuinely made up for someone like that. So what I mean? Like, we come from nothing, you know, we've struggled. It's nice to see him flying. I'm happy. I'm happy. He's happy, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, how old's your bird? And he's like, yeah, I've got loads of birds. I'm like, you've got loads of birds? He's like, I'm like, lad, you haven't. Lad, you're about a 2 out of 10 at best, I swear, lad. I said, I swear, lad, I was like, look at your shoes, lad. I'm like, you are not getting birds, lad. He's going, lad, you're messing you. I'm like, lad, I swear, you're just not, lad. He's going, yeah, I'll get on this then. Show me these birds. And I'm like, shh. I said, lad, you're lying. He's like, I was like, they're off the internet. He's like, lad, they're not. I'm like, Dad, they are. He's like, they're not. And I'm looking at them and thinking, no, what, they are proper tired, you know. And I'm like, where have you been? He's like, lad, I've been going here, been abroad. And so, you know, it could actually be a thing, but I don't know. They look too like, like, every picture he's sending me, not sending, but showing me on his phone, it's like picture perfect. You know what I mean? Like the lighting, it just looks perfect. So, you know, it might be, but is it? I don't know. So if I forgot about it, so we're talking. Like, he's like, lad, we're going to this party, we're getting married. I'm like, lad, yeah, let's go. He's going, lad, he's going, I'm staying in yours. I'm like, lad, stay in mine. He's going, lad, we'll get this bird round, we'll get that bird round, we'll get that. And I said to him, lad, you've never had it. I said, you've got no game, lad. I said, he's like, lad, you're like a 2 out of 10. He's going, lad, you're horrible, you know. He's like, what? Yo, lad, because you're funny and all that. I said, lad, listen to me. Lad, I will laugh the knickers off any bird you know. He's going, lad, I know, that's why you're horrible. I wouldn't even introduce you to me birds. Birds. So I'm like, oh, no way, like, you've got a fucking string fellow here, mate. So he's talking to me, and like, he keeps going on about these birds, and he's like, yeah, 1 second, you need to phone me bird. So I'm like half like clocking him, just thinking he's chatting shit and that. And then he's just on video calls to these birds. And I'm like, no way. And they're like, they're proper on him. I'm just like, no way. I'm like, lad, I have just absolutely ate me own that there. What is happening there? So he's going, yeah, say hello. So I'm like, what's happening? And these are proper tardy. Like, where you're just like, lad, how the fuck have you, ow, it just doesn't make sense to me. So he's on the phone to this bird, right? And I'm saying to him, lad, that's a black. I said, that's AI. He's like, what? He's like, lad, talk to her. So I'm talking to her, and I'm looking at his phone, and like, I'm trying to see whether like he's online. So I'm like, but he's not. It's just literally like FaceTime. And I'm thinking, no way. So I said, oh, what's happening? She's like, what? I said, touch your nose. So she touched her nose, and I'm like, ah. I said, how long have you been with him? She's like, he's my dream and all. And I'm just like, what? I'm just thinking, this is messed up. This is sad. He looks like crunched up Weetabix, you know what I mean? I was like, what's he on about? How's he just like, how's this even a thing? And I'm looking at him, right? And you know what? I'm impressed. I mean, I'm listening to me, I'm impressed because I've seen his birds and like, yes, sound lad, you know what I mean? And he's going to me, lad, listen. So he put the phone down there and he's talking to me and you know what? I'm just like believing it. I'm just believing everything because it's just like, it's mad. And he's like, yeah, I'll phone this one. He's just on, and it's just the same again, just on like FaceTime. And I'm like, and these birds are loving him. And I'm just like, what is that? What's that? He's going, swear, you're my number what? She's like, I'm your number 4. And I'm like, no way. She knows that he's got other birds. And she's like, I'm just like, lad, fucking hell, mate. I'm thinking, you know, he must just have a massive schlong, but you know, we've been in footy, we've seen all that, so he haven't. Lad, you haven't. Now, not being funny on, you might be growing on a shower, but I can't see that like that, where these birds are just proper loving you like that. So my head's gone, and I'm just thinking, no way. So I'm like, I'm humbled by it. Now, when we go out, I'm the one who gets birds, do you know what I mean? And like, that's just what it's always been, but now I'm just thinking, no way, how's he getting these birds? I'm like, lad, have you even met him? He's like, lad, he's been in my this, that, to go and see them, and that. And I'm just like, no way. So he's showing me like plane tickets on his phone, but he's like screenshotted from like, you know, a few weeks ago and all that. He's like, I've been over there to see it, you know, like just prop, and I'm just like, no what? Lad, yeah, shake me hands, lad, I am proud of you. And I said to him, there's like 7 birds there on your phone, and every one of them birds are like 9, 10 out of 10, like without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm saying, all right then, phone here. So he's like, oh, lad, I'm not asked you if I will. And I'm just like, no way. So all like the doubt I've had in my head, it's gone. I'm just off my barnet, baby. Just like, my head's gone. I'm half fuming. I'm half fuming off it. Do you know what I mean? What's happening here? What's happening here? So I'm just like, So I goes back in the bar now. And I go upstairs and said, do you want a stripe? He's like, yeah. He said, just have a stripe. He said, they bring me like a bag out and pass me like, come on, Chad. So all his mates and all my mates are all into swine. All kids don't even like hardly know. He said, but some of them know someone. So I was just talking. And I'm talking to one of his mates. It's like, this mate I'm talking to, it's like his proper sidekick, his proper good mate. And I said to him, what is happening with him? I said, he's doing well, isn't he? And he went, what do you mean? I said, all these birds and that. And he just burst out laughing. But his laugh just like said something that I didn't know what he was saying. What do you mean? He's like, oh, nothing, lad. He's like, why, what's he telling you? I said, what do you mean? I said, figure out what he's telling me. What is it? I said, lad, he's got about 8, 9 boss birds on his phone. He's speaking on that. And he's just laughing at us, going to me, lad, he is messing. I'm like, why? He's like, lad, he's a proper mushroom. I went, what do you mean? He went, yeah, ask him to send you some of them birds in the knack and all that. And I'm like, lad, I wouldn't be asked. He's like, lad, just ask him that and see what he says. So I'm like, all right, sir. So like, I don't know what's going on, but this kid, he's giving me different vibes to what I'm like, going with. So he comes out and he said to him, hey, he went, what? I said, have you got pictures of these birds? He's like, well, I've got loads of pictures. I said, what, in the knack? And he's like, yeah. And I'm just like, no way, tits out. And I'm just like, I can't see, like, I'm not on what his mate's on about. But I know he's on about something, but I just don't know what. Now, when I'm with me mate, the lad who was saying before, he's like proper partial because he's part of him. Yeah, so I don't mean he's going to like hit him, but whatever, do you know what I mean? It's just like I respect, he doesn't want to say nothing bad about him in front of me, does he? When I'm with me and that, so I'm just like, lad, you're mad, you. And I'm proper lapping up, I'm just like, lad, you're sick, you. You know, like just sitting there, just like, yo, and I'm looking, I'm thinking, ow, ow, do you know what I mean? Lad, you look like the Roadrunner on Bobby. You know, it's one of them kids, he's got like a bit of a buzzy, and he's like, you know, like if you looked at yourself in the mirror, you'd be like, yeah, we'll whip that off for a start. And you know what I mean? So just little things that could just make it better, but he just overlooks like big mole and like all hair coming out of it. How's that even like? I just can't understand how it's a thing in that. So anyway, he gets out, so he goes to get a taxi and all that sort of firms of us. And there's about 3 taxis for us, and I'm like, yeah, he's like, where are we going? He's like, this party. So I said, where's the party? He's like, such. And then he went, but I'm looking on getting off. I said, before he went, I'm going to go to a hotel and get like one of these birds down. He's like, lad, you're up for it, and I'll bring another one down. So I'm like, am I up for it? Of course I'm up for it. I said, lad, well, let's go to mine first, get loads of limo, and we'll do what we're doing. So he's like, all right, sound. So he's saying, yeah, well, this bird, she's always got a mate in that there. I'm like, go ahead, sounds. So he goes like, when he's phoning these birds, he's standing up and he's walking like, you know, like by the kitchen, and he'd be like, yeah, come here. So I'm going out, and there's like these 2 proper tidy birds. And I'm just thinking, what is happening here? Like, how come they're all just like readily available? It's proper weird. And they're all just proper horny straight away. What's going on? So he's talking this bird, and I'm like talking this other bird in the background there. Now, this isn't a website and all like that. It's just FaceTime. It's just FaceTime. So I'm just like, what? So I end up talking to the bird in the background and all that. Now the bird in the background, she's writing something down, right? And I don't know what she's doing, but she was tidy. And then she just pops up with a number. She's got like a number written down on a piece of paper, and just puts it to the phone camera. So, and she's looking at me and she say, you know, something like that. So I wait, could not have took that number fast enough, I swear. I memorised it straight away, just in one go. Phone thing out of memory. So I've got on my phone now, put it in there. So I'm talking to her now. So I'm talking to this other bird who's with his bird, you know what I mean? And she's like, what's happening, all that, blah, 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 blah. And he's like looking at me, and he's going to me, have you just got her number? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what are you talking to her? And I'm like, what's up? He's going, nah, fuck that, lad. And I'm like, what do you mean, lad? What are you on about? He's going, nah, swear it, lad. And I'm like, what are you on about, lad? And I'm thinking, what's he on about there? I'm thinking, I don't even know what's going on. So then he starts arguing with this other bird and puts the phone down. Not like arguing about, you know, says something there. And I'm like, what? And he goes to me, nah, swear it them, lad. I'm like, what? I said, lad, I won't swear it them. I said, what are you on about, lad? I said, do you know her? He's like, yeah. I said, well, is she anything to you? He's like, no, but nah, you can't just be talking to her like that. I'm like, shut up, you divvy, what are you on about? So this bird who I'm talking to, she's laughing. I'm just not getting the joke, do you know what I mean? It's just over my head, I don't know what the fuck everyone's on about. I'm just confused off your mind, like, what are you on about? But he's proper, like, serious like that. Nah, put the phones on, lad, swear there. And I'm like, lad, you just introduced me to them. He's like, nah, lad, nah. And he's fuming, he's like, nah, this is proper cheeky, you know. I'm like, what are you on about, lad? So I put the phone down on this bird, yeah, this new bird. And I'm like, lad, what's with you? And he's like, his whole demeanour's changed. He's sort of have like a snarl at me, but you know what I mean? He's like going on, and I'm like, lad, I don't see the problem. Lad, you know, what? I can't take your bird's mate out. He's like, she's not my bird. I'm like, you just told me to bird. He's like, well, no, lad, she's one of them. I'm like, so what? I said, I'm not going to start speaking about it. I'm not going to say it like that, lad. I said, she's fucking tired, lad. And he's like, yeah, I know, but... So I'm and the next thing my phone's like ping, as this bird messaging me, and I'm messaging back, and it's like, do you want to go out? I'm like, yeah, let's go out. And that sort of like, where are you from? It's like, just outside the Liverpool. I'm like, yeah, where? So I'm like, it's only half an hour away, sound. So I'm just texting him, and he's like, is that it? I'm like, nah, just probably Blagged. I don't know what his problem is, I just don't get it. But if I've got a bird, and one of my mates likes her mates, and she's, what, that's, you know, what, you sort the boys out, don't you? That's just what it is, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? What, lad, why are you taking it to that? Why are you being so serious? And why are you like, you're killing me vibes, lad, I'm off me band, you're killing me vibes in the middle of a party, lad. And he's like, oh, I don't know, lad. He's like, I know, lad, just like whatever. But his mate, like, his mate was telling me before, he's like half on it, and he's just got this proper, like, smile on his kite, and I'm looking at him and thinking, what's he on? And he's laughing, he's just like, and then, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what's going on, I'm off me bar, I'm in a party, I've got some proper time to bed, yeah, and it is what it is. So I thought, no, what, there's no limo left, he had no limo, so I said, yeah, I'm going to go to mine, we'll get some limo, lad. He's like, you driving? I said, yeah. I said, do you want to come with me? He's like, nah, I'm staying. I said, all right, Sam. So I was like, anyone come with me? Everyone's just ignoring me. I'm like, go ahead, Sam. So the kid who's his mate, he's like, yeah, I'll come with you. I'm like, go ahead, Sam. So he walks down, gets the guy's like, lads, this your car? I'm like, right, obviously, lads, what do you mean? He's like, lads, I said, lads, a lease car. So it's just a lease car. He's like, hey, lads, yeah. So I'm like, he's trying to tell me something, but you know. So I'm on, like, the car. I've got the car with my phone, like, tagged up to the car, do you know what I mean? So I'm phoning his bed, and she's all, like, proper sound and that. And the lad, he's going to me, is that it, mate? I'm like, what? He's like, what? So I said, yeah, I'll phone you back in a minute. I said, I'm just driving. He's like, go on, so that. I'm like, what? And he goes to me, lad, who's that? I said, so I told him what had happened, and he's just going to me, no way. He's going, no, lad, he'll be wounded. I'm like, lad, he is wounded. He'd be like, nah, lad, he's proper wounded. I what you mean? He went, lad, he pays them. Yeah, what are you on about, lad? He's like, lad, he pays them. I said, what do you mean he pays them? He said, lad, it's like a website. I said, what? He's like, it's a website. I'm like, what's a website? I said, it's not, it's FaceTime. He's like, I know, but it's a website where it's just like FaceTime. You just get the numbers and all that. And I'm just thinking, I'm not really onto all that. I'm don't do things like that, but I'm just intrigued, like, what do you mean? And he's going, lad, he pays to talk to them birds. I'm like, how? He's like, lad, it costs like Brewster's a minute. I'm like, lad, shut up. I'm thinking he's wise. I'm like, shut up, lad. I said, how? He's like, lad, listen to me now. He pays for that. He said, lad, it's like an AI bird, but it's not AI, it's like a real bird, you know? And I'm like, well, he said, lad, yeah. I said, what is it, an app? He's like, no, it's not an app, it's just like a website. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's a website just made for your phone. And I'm like, lad, you seem to know all about it. He went, lad, I've been on it myself, mate, lad, it's called SAUCY Time. I'm like, what's it called? Like, SAUCY Time? And I'm like, you're lying, lad. He's like, lad, I swear. He went, yeah, I get this. He went, lad, we've sent screenshots of the same bird to like all our mates and that. He said, but you know, and I wouldn't know that because I'm not really on the circle. I'm not in there, you know what I mean? I don't really see them much and all that. So to me, I've took it at face value, thinking he's like Hugh Hefner or something, you know what I mean? Or Peter Stringfellow, you know, I'm just thinking that. But it doesn't make sense to me because, like I said, you know, now, me personally, I'm only about a 5 out of 10, but he's a 2, so I win. Do you know what I mean? My last one says I'm at least a 5. So I'm like, let's show me now. So he goes on this thing. He's like, lad, it's SAUCY Time. So he types in all that, comes up on Google, and he goes on it. And I'm like, lad, what is that? He's like, lad, it's like a date site, but it's not. You just talk to birds and that. And I'm like, shut up, you div. So he's scrolling through the gallery, looking at all birds. And I'm like, no way, he's just showed me that bird. He's like, lad, here's how you speak to them. I'm driving just off my bar, I don't even know what, I'm just looking for plot, I'm off my bar, I'm thinking, I'll get pulled now, we're absolutely fucked. And he just presses this button, next thing this bird rings him, and it's the bird on FaceTime. And I'm like, shut up. And she's like, what's that? And I'm just like, no way, he just had me proper black there. No way. And I said, well, what's happening? She's like, hello. She's like, talking all that. I said, you know, such and such. She's like, ew. So I'm just like, oh my God, lad, listen to me now. From now on, his name is SAUCY Time Steve. Watch how heavy this goes off that.